Make the ground shake.
Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Gummy, and today we are back for another statue tutorial. Today we are doing Logan Paul, the very well-known vlogger on YouTube who also used to be a Viner. So if you do enjoy this video, definitely consider leaving a like on it down below and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. One thing I will say, this is a somewhat controversial build due to the associates of Logan Paul and his friends. I know some people won't like the video for that reason. If that is the case, feel free to just click off the video, come back later on in the week for a different style of content. But over the next few weeks I'm going to be doing a bunch of YouTubers, and that includes a lot of the up and coming vloggers. So if you're into all that kind of stuff, then let me know down in the comments below, and again, stick around by subscribing to the channel. With that said, I'm not going to waste any more time, so let's get straight into building. The blocks you're going to need are the following. You'll need white wall, black concrete, black wall, light grey concrete, grey wall, grey concrete, yellow concrete, red concrete, orange concrete, light grey terracotta, I'm just going to call it clay, white clay, green clay, lime concrete, light blue concrete, blue wall, blue concrete, orange clay, birch planks, oak planks, smooth sandstone, and dark oak slabs. So a lot of blocks. I'll give you guys a second to pause here and grab them blocks into your inventory. Apologies if the commentary in this video is a tad off. You may or may not have noticed I haven't uploaded in like a month, so I'm kind of like not used to talking to a microphone, which is a really weird feeling considering it's technically my job. But anyways, again, these are the blocks you're going to need, so grab them all. And again, this statue was designed by myself. It's as close as I could get to looking to Logan Paul. Of course, it's not going to be 100% accurate, but I think it looks really, really cool, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. So anyways, let's get straight into building. We're going to start off by building the front side of the legs. The front side of the legs is 12 tall and 8 wide, so each layer is going to be 8 wide of course, and there's going to be 12 layers in total. Very, very simple. So, let's begin. We're going to start off by finding an empty space. As you can see, this is nice and empty. We're going to start off with our first layer by placing 8 white walls. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Simple as that, 8 white wall. And that is layer number 1. Layer number 2 is going to be 8 black concrete. So again, simple enough. Solid layer of 8 black concrete, and that is layer number 2. Layer number 3 is going to be 1 black concrete, 2 light grey concrete, 2 black concrete, 2 light grey, 1 black, and that is layer number 3. Layer number 4 is going to be 1 black wall, 2 black concrete, 2 black wall, 2 black concrete, and 1 black wall, and that is layer number 4. And the next 8 layers is going to be 8 black walls. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and our final layer number 8. So as I said, that's 4 layers of the shoes here, and then 8 layers of black wool, and that is now 12 tall and 8 blocks wide, and that is the front side of the legs complete. It's as simple as that. So the trousers essentially are just black, and then we got the shoes, which is a combination of black, grey, and white. So this is like the soles, these are the shoes, and then this is the front part. But of course, it's not too detailed, it's just simple like black style jeans. In terms of the body itself, we're going to be doing his Maverick kind of merchandise, which is the blue jumper. I would say is arguably the most popular one, because from what I saw on the website, it's actually sold out. So that's what we're going to be building. So the actual body itself is again going to be 12 by 8, and the arms are going to be 12 by 4. So for the first layer of the body, we're going to start off on the left side by placing 1 grey wall, and we do the exact same on the right side. We place a grey wall. What we're then going to do is grab ourselves our white clay, and on the left side we're going to build 1, 2, 3, 4 out to left using white clay, and we do the exact same on the right side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and essentially what this is doing is marking out where the arms are going to start. We're not actually building the arms, we're just marking it out. However, what we're going to do is on the left side, on the third from left block, we're going to replace it with a light grey clay, and on the right side, the second to left, this one here, we're also going to do that. So essentially that's just kind of like, you know when you clench your fist, you have like the circle in the middle? That's going to be what it is. Not implying he has his fist clenched, but it's just kind of a bit of detail to make it look more like hands rather than just white clay blobs. So hopefully you understand that. So anyways, again, that is the 13th layer of the build. We go 4 blocks to the left and 4 blocks to the right, and that's just essentially marking out the arms. Again, we'll come back to that later on in the video. For now, we'll just worry about the body itself. So, continuing with the body, we have this one grey wall on the left side. What we're going to do is work from left to right, layer by layer, and again, there's 12 layers in total. So, the second block is going to be 1 grey wall. We then place 1 grey concrete, 2 grey wall, 1 concrete, 1 wall. And that is the 13th layer of the build, or the first layer of the body. The second layer, again, from left to right, is going to be 1 grey wall, 1 grey concrete, 1 wall, 4 concrete, 1 wall. The third layer is going to be 1 concrete, 1 wall, 1 concrete, 1 wall, 1 yellow concrete, 1 wall, 2 concrete, and that is the third layer of the body. The fourth layer is going to be 3 concrete, 2 yellow concrete, 1 grey concrete, 2 grey wall, and again that is the fourth layer. If you want to pause, feel free to do so. I feel like I don't say that anymore, but if you of course want to pause, please don't hesitate to do so. Of course, after every layer I'll give you guys an opportunity to do so, but I just don't want to say it every 2 seconds because I feel it'll be annoying. So the fifth layer is going to be 1 grey concrete, 2 grey wall, 2 yellow concrete, 1 grey wall, and 2 grey concrete, and again that is the fifth layer. The sixth layer, which is the halfway point, is going to be 1 grey wall, 1 grey concrete, 1 yellow concrete, 2 red concrete, 1 yellow, and 2 grey wall. So again, that is the sixth layer, and that is the halfway point. So again, a perfect opportunity to pause if you feel you need to. So the seventh layer is going to be 1 grey wall, 2 yellow concrete, 2 red concrete, 2 yellow concrete, and 1 grey wall. And again, that is the seventh layer. For the eighth layer, you're going to need your orange terracotta, or your orange clay, whichever you want to call it. So, what we're also going to need is our lime clay, or concrete, that one. So we're going to start off by placing 1 lime concrete, 2 yellow concrete, 2 orange terracotta, or clay, 2 yellow concrete, and 1 lime concrete. So again, that is the 8th layer. So if you want to, again, pause, feel free to do so. The next layer is going to be 1 lime concrete, 1 yellow concrete, 1 grey wall. We're then going to need our orange concrete, so we place 2 orange concrete, 1 grey concrete, 1 yellow, and 1 lime, and that is the 9th layer. The 10th layer is going to be 1 lime, 1 grey wall, 2 grey concrete, 1 grey wall, 1 grey concrete, 1 grey wall, and 1 lime concrete. And again, that is the 10th layer, as you can see now, kind of like the Maverick logo in the middle. The 11th layer, which is the second to last layer, is going to be 1 grey concrete, 1 grey wall, 1 grey concrete, 1 grey wall, 1 grey concrete, 2 grey wall, and 1 grey concrete. And then for the final layer, we're going to need our blue concrete and our blue wall, as well as our white clay, so grab all them onto your hotbar. The 12th layer, and as I said, the final layer is going to be 1 blue wall, 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wall, 2 white clay, 1 blue wall, 1 blue concrete, and 1 blue wall. And once you've done that, it looks something like this. As you can see, that is 12 tall, 8 wide, and that is the front side of the body complete. However, it's not, that's a lie. What we're going to do is grab ourselves our light blue concrete, and we're going to add a 3D effect. But before we do that, we're going to make sure you guys have everything you need to be at this stage of the video. So again, I'm just going to get rid of my arm, give you guys a brief second to pause. Please, again, do not hesitate to do so, and we'll now add the little mini 3D effect. So for this 3D effect, we're going to need our blue wall and our light blue concrete, and we're going to come to the top left corner right here on this blue wall. From here, we're going to count 1, 2 to right, so this is the third block from left, And on top of this, again, as a 3D effect, so we're placing it on top of, not into, not replacing, on top of, we're going to place one blue wool, and then underneath that, we're going to place one light blue concrete. And that is the left side. We're then going to head to the right side, so to the top right corner, it's blue wool. We're going to count 1 and then 2 to the left, and from here we're going to place one blue wool. Underneath that we're going to place a second blue wool, and underneath that we place a light blue concrete. So that one's 2 tool, this one's 3 tool, and that's essentially like the little straps that hang down from the top of the hoodie, which can make the hood tighter. So again, that's the 3D effects you build it on top of, and it just adds a little bit of detail, a little bit of contrast with the colours as well, with the light blue concrete coming in very, very nicely there. But yeah, that is the front side of the body complete. And again, if you want to pause, now would be a good time to do so. So what we're going to start working on now is indeed the front side of the arm, so the left side and the right side. If you haven't already, what you want to do is come back to the first layer of the body, aka the 13th layer of the build, and go forward to the left and forward to the right using white clay, with the second block in on each side being light grey clay. So, what we're going to do, and again bear in mind, each of the arms is 12 tall, 4 wide. We're going to start on the left arm. So the left arm, we've got the first layer, which consists from left to right of 2 white clay, 1 light grey, 1 white clay. The second layer is going to be 4 white clay. The third layer is going to be 4 blue wool. The fourth layer is 1 blue wool, 3 blue concrete, and again that is the first 4 layers. The fifth layer is going to be 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, 2 blue wool, and that is the fifth layer. The sixth layer is going to be 1 blue concrete, 2 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, and again that is the halfway point. The next layer, which is the 7th layer, is going to be 2 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete. On top of this, for the 8th layer, we're going to place 1 blue wool, 3 blue concrete, and again that is the 8th layer. For the 9th layer, we're going to place 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool. And on top of that, for our 10th layer, we're going to place 1 blue concrete, 2 blue wool, 1 blue concrete. So again, just a second to recap. So far we have the 2 layers of white clay, and then we have 8 layers of the blue wool and blue clay. Now for the 11th layer, which is the second to last layer, we're going to do 1 blue wool, 2 blue concrete and 1 blue wool. And for the final layer, the 12th layer, we're going to do 2 blue concrete, 1 blue wool and 1 blue concrete. So for the right arm, it's essentially the exact same. We're just going to flip it over, so everything that's on the left is going to be on the right and vice versa. So what we're going to do is, of course, come over to the start, which is the 13th layer of the build, and we got our first layer from left to right, which is going to be white clay, light grey clay and 2 white clay. Now just like before, the second layer is going to be 4 white clay, simple like so. On top of this, we're going to do a layer of 4 blue wool, and then we're going to do a layer of 3 blue concrete, 1 blue wool. So hopefully now you can kind of see how it's just like mirrored over. So this is the second block going towards the left, and this is the second block going towards the right. So it's just completely flipped over. Now, that is the first 4 layers complete. The 5th layer is going to be 2 blue wool, 1 blue clay, 1 blue wool. The next layer is going to be 1 blue clay, or sorry, concrete should I say, not clay, 2 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, and that is going to be the 6th layer, so the halfway point already. The 7th layer is going to be 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, 2 blue concrete. The 8th layer is going to be 3 blue concrete, 1 blue wool. The 9th layer we're going to do 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete. The 10th layer is going to be 1 blue concrete, 2 blue wool, 1 blue concrete. The 11th layer, second to last layer, is going to be 1 blue wool, 2 blue concrete, 1 blue wool. And then the final layer, the 12th layer, is going to be 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, 2 blue concrete. And once you've done that, that is the right arm, or at least the front of the right arm, complete. And as you can see, it's the exact same as the left arm, just as I said. So, once we've done that, if I back up, you'll see we now have something that looks like this. Essentially, it should be 24 blocks tall, 16 wide, 8 wide if you're not including the arms. I'm not sure why you wouldn't include the arms, but just in case. And of course, we've got the legs, which are 12 by 8, and we've got the body, which is 12 by 8, and each arm, which is 12 by 4. So before we move on, I'll give you guys a little close-up, again, just in case you need to pause. Please, 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 if you don't have something looking like this, pause here or go back in the video, see where things haven't gone quite to plan, and figure it out from there. Otherwise, if you need more assistance, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll try and help you on a more personalised basis. But again, this is the front side of the legs, that is 12 by 8, and then moving on up to the body, again 12 by 8, and then the front of each arm 12 by 4. So, whilst this is looking nice, it is in fact 2D, and that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for a 3D statue, so what we're going to have to do is start working on the sides of the legs, actually making them 3D. So the way we're going to do this is come to the bottom left corner of the legs, come around to the left side, and we're going to expand 1, 2, 3 to the left using white wool on the first layer, and essentially this is just marking out the guidelines for the rest of this area. So the side of the leg is going to be 12 tall and 4 wide. However, the fourth block is already here. This is indeed the fourth block, which means we're placing 3 blocks per layer. So essentially all we're doing is matching up the block that's already here and then just building it 3 blocks over to the left. So the first layer is of course 3 white wool, the second and third layer is 3 black concrete, and then the remaining 9 layers, I was about to say 8, couldn't count there, the remaining 9 layers is going to be 3 black wool. It's as simple as that, and that is your 12 by 4 complete already. As you can see, first layer white wool, 2 layers of black concrete, and then 9 layers of black wool. Now the good news is the other side is indeed the exact same, so you go ahead to the right side and you replicate this. So you go 1, 2, 3 to the right using white wool, then you're going to do 2 layers of 3 black concrete, and then 9 layers of 3 black wool. And again, that is the right side of the leg. That is a 12 by 4, and as you can see right here, very, very simple. From a side angle, looks like this. So now you can see it's starting to become a bit more 3D, and it's actually starting to get to the statue kind of point, which is really good progress. So now what we're going to do, now we have the legs kind of like 3D, we're going to start making the arms 3D. So the way we're going to do this is by coming around to the rear side of the arms, come to the bottom layer, which is this layer here, and expand backwards 1, 2, 3 all the way across using white clay. And if you've done it correctly, that will be a 4 by 4 square, as you can see from below. And we're going to do the exact same on the other side. So we come to the bottom layer, 1, 2, 3 backwards, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, that's a 4 by 4 square. If I come around to the front side, it'll be like this. And of course for the right side it looks like this. So we're going to start on the left side first, just get it out the way. So we've got this platform now. This is the underside of the hand. It just means there won't be a hole in his hand at the end. So if we come up to the actual left side of the arm now, as you can see it's a backwards L shape. However, it is 12 tall and 4 wide. So you got the 4 wide here, as you can see at the bottom, and then the 12 tall at the side. Just like the legs, this is the fourth layer of the rows, which means you're only placing 3 blocks per layer, and we're going to go left to right layer by layer and get it out the way. So, the first layer already done, that's simply white clay. The second layer is the exact same, 3 white clay. The third layer, again from left to right, is 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool. The fourth layer is 1 blue wool, 2 blue concrete. The fifth layer is going to be 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, and the sixth layer is going to be 1 blue wool, 2 blue concrete. On top of this, for the seventh layer, we're going to do 2 blue concrete, 1 blue wool. We're then going to do 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool. On top of that, we're going to do 1 blue concrete, in fact, sorry, 1 blue wool, that's my mistake, and then 2 blue concrete. And that is the 9th layer. The 10th layer, we're going to do 1 blue concrete, 2 blue wool. The 11th layer, we do 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete. And the 12th and final layer, we're going to do 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, and 1 blue wool. And that is the left side of the arm complete. And again, that is 12 tall and 4 blocks wide. Now again, if you want to pause here, I appreciate it is a somewhat difficult pattern, so if you want to pause here and build that yourself, you're more than welcome to do so. And I'm now going to go around to the right side and basically replicate it. So coming around to the right side, again same logic applies. This time it's a normal facing L, and it is 4 wide, 12 tall. The first layer is 3 white clay, and then of course the fourth block here. The second layer is again 3 white clay. So the third layer from left to right is going to be 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete. I think I said clay over that side, I meant concrete, so my mistake. 1 blue wool. On top of this we're going to do 2 blue concrete, 1 blue wool. The fifth layer is going to be 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete. And for the sixth layer we're going to do 2 concrete, 1 wool. On top of this, for the seventh layer we're going to do 1 blue wool, 2 concrete. For the eighth layer we do 1 blue wool, 1 concrete, 1 blue wool. For the ninth layer we're going to do 2 blue concrete, 1 blue wool. For the 10th layer we do 2 blue wool, 1 blue concrete. For the 11th layer, the second to last layer, we're going to do 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, and then for the 12th and final layer we do 1 wool, 1 concrete, 1 wool. And again, that is a 12 by 4 area, looks something like this, and if you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. From an angle, once again, looks like this. Okie dokie, so that is the sides of the arms complete. Now that means all we need to do for the part of the body is go around to the rear side, because if you come around to the rear side you see it's not going too well. We still have a bunch of area to fill in. Luckily enough, most of it is quite simple. So we're going to start off with the rear side of the legs first. Now the rear side of the legs, just like the front side, is 12 tall and 8 wide. However, you may notice we have a side on the left already done and a side on the right already done. Now, if you done it correctly, there should be a 6 block gap in between these two sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you can see, perfect. And essentially, all we're going to do for each layer is join them together. So that's 1 and 2, which means 1 plus 2 plus 6 is the 8 we are looking for. Oh, sorry, 1 plus 1 plus 6. 1 plus 1 equals 2 plus 6. There we go. You can tell I haven't slept in 24 hours, can't you? So, on top of this, we're going to do, for the second and third layer, 2 layers of 6 black concrete. And on top of that, we're going to do 9 layers of 6 black wool. And that is essentially the rear sides of the leg. I say rear sides, there's only one side of the legs complete. And it's as simple as that. So as I said, very, very simple. That is 1 layer of white wool, 1 layer of 8 white wool. That was a tongue twister. 2 layers of 8 black concrete, and then 9 layers of 8 black wool. Perfect. So that is the rear side of the legs complete. Now moving on to the rear side of the body. Slightly more complicated, again, not too difficult. So, just like before, we're going to be using the grey, because that is the kind of like two-tone of grey and blue that Logan Paul has on his Maverick merchandise, or at least this jumper in particular. So starting from left to right, we're going to do 2 grey wool, 1 concrete, 2 wool, 1 concrete, 2 wool. The second layer is going to be 2 wool, 4 concrete, 2 wool. On top of this, for the third layer, we do 1 wool, 1 concrete, 1 wool, 2 concrete, 1 wool, 1 concrete, 1 wool. And that is the third layer. The fourth layer is going to be 8 grey concrete, so all the way across, solid layer of grey concrete. The fifth layer is going to be 1 grey wool, 3 concrete, 1 grey wool, 1 concrete, 1 grey wool, 1 concrete, and again that is the fifth layer. The sixth layer, which is the halfway point, is going to be 3 grey concrete, 1 grey wool, 3 grey concrete, 1 grey wool. The seventh layer is going to be 1 concrete, 1 grey wool, 1 concrete, 1 grey wool, 1 concrete, 1 grey wool, and 2 blocks of grey concrete. And again, that is the 7th layer, so just over the halfway point. The 8th layer is going to be 1 grey concrete, 1 grey wool, 1 concrete, 1 wool, 2 concrete, 1 wool, and 1 block of grey concrete. And again, that is the 8th layer. The 9th layer is going to be 1 grey wool and 7 grey concrete. Very, very simple. The 10th layer is going to be 2 grey concrete, 1 grey wool, 1 concrete, 1 wool, 1 concrete, 1 wool, 1 concrete. And again, that is the 10th layer. The 11th layer is going to be 1 concrete, 2 wool, 2 concrete, 2 wool, and 1 block of concrete. And then the 12th and final layer is going to be 8 blocks of grey concrete. And once you've done that, it looks something like this. I feel like I went a bit too fast there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to pause right here. Build it yourselves if you need to. Again, apologies if I did go too fast. But again, it should be pretty self-explanatory just by pausing the video right here. And you should be able to build it yourself pretty easily. So in regards to the rear side of the arms now, which is the second to last part we've got for the body. What we're going to do is start on this one here, the rear side of the right arm, or in this case it's going to be kind of like our left side. So just like before, in terms of the sides, it's now an L shape, so 12 tall, 4 wide, 4th block already done, so we're placing 3 blocks per layer for 11 layers. So just like before as well, the second layer is 3 blocks of white clay, nice and simple, out the way. The third layer is going to be 3 blue wool. The fourth layer is going to be 2 blue concrete, 1 blue wool. The fifth layer is going to be 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete. The sixth layer is going to be 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete. The seventh layer is going to be 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool. The eighth layer is going to be 2 blue concrete, 1 blue wool. The ninth layer is 1 blue wool, 2 blue concrete. The 10th layer is going to be 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool. The 11th layer, the second to last layer, is going to be 1 blue concrete, 2 blue wool. And then the 12th and final layer is going to be 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, and 1 blue wool. And that is the rear side of the right arm complete. In this case, from the rear side, it's the left arm. As you can see, very, very simple pattern of the blue wool and blue concrete. Now, just like before, on the front side, the other side, which is this part over here, is the exact same, just flipped over. So if you want to copy it yourself, do it yourself, feel free, save yourself a bit of time. However, I am going to go over it just in case. So if you do want to skip this part of the video, please feel free to do so, and I'll see you guys in a second. For those who have stuck around for this part, what we're going to do, just like before, is come to the second layer, place a second layer of 3 white clay. The third layer from left to right is going to be 3 blue wool. And the fourth layer is going to be 1 blue wool, 2 blue concrete. So that is the first 4 layers complete. The fifth layer is going to be 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete. The sixth layer is going to be 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete. On top of this, for the seventh layer, we're going to do 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool. We're then going to do 1 blue wool, 2 blue concrete. And that is the 8th layer. For the 9th layer, we're going to do 2 blue concrete and 1 blue wool. On top of that, we do 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool. For the 11th layer, we're going to do 2 blue wool and 1 blue concrete. And the 12th and final layer, we're going to do 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, and 1 blue wool. And that is the rear side of the body, including the arms, complete. As you can see right here, if you want to pause, please feel free to do so. Now, the final stage we're going to do before we move on to the head is, of course, the shoulders. So, what we're going to do is mark out the different segments of the shoulders. So we come to this first block of grey concrete. We're going to bring it 2 blocks forwards on each side, so on the left side and the right side bring it forwards, and we're going to link all this stuff in the middle together with the front side, so all this section is grey concrete. So that's essentially an 8x3 area. That then leaves us with a 3x2 rectangle on each side, the left side and the right side. We'll start with the left side. So on the left side, we have this 3x2 rectangle, as I said. The first 2 blocks, so on the left side, we're going to place 2 blue wool. Next to that, so from behind towards the front, we're going to place 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete. And the next layer, we simply just place 2 blue wool. It's as simple as that. Now, on the right side, basically the exact same. So starting from left, we're going to place 2 blue wool. The next one, we place 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete. And then the final one, we place 2 blue wool, and from above it looks something like this. Again, exact same on the left side and the right side. Each shoulder is a 4x4 area, and Once you've done that, that is the body of the statue fully complete. So what we're going to do before we move on any further is a little spin around, make sure everyone's at the same point in the video, and then we'll continue to work on the head. So, let's begin. For this spin around, what I'm going to do is essentially come to each specific part of the statue, give you guys an opportunity to pause, basically read out the measurements and make sure everyone's on the right track. If you are 100% certain you don't need this, feel free to skip past in the video, and of course I'm not going to say every time you need to pause, because that will do your head in, it will do my head in, and after not sleeping for so long, it's probably not a good idea. So, let's begin. What we're going to do is come to the front side of the legs, as you can see here, 12 tall and 8 wide. And very, very simple. Moving on up in a very slow but cinematic fashion, we have got the front side of the body, which is 12 tall and 8 wide. It does indeed have 3D effects at the top, which is in terms of like the little strings you pull down to tighten the hood. The one on the left is 2 blocks tall, and the one on the right is 3 blocks tall. Now either side of that, we have the left side and the right side of the arm, or the arms, should I say, and they're 12 by 4 each. Coming around to the left side, we have the left side of the leg, that is 12 by 4. We have the underside of the hand, which is 4 by 4, and then we have the left side of the arm, which is again 12 by 4. Coming around to the right side, we have again the right side of the leg, exact same as the left, 12 by 4, with the underside of the hand, 4 by 4, and just like the left side, we have the right side of the arm, again 12 by 4, just mirrored. Coming around to the rear side, we have the rear side of the legs, which is 12 by 8. That consists of 1 layer of white wool, 2 layers of black concrete, and then 9 layers of black wool. Moving on up, we have the rear side of the body, which is 12 by 8, and the rear side of each arm, 12 by 4. The final stage is the shoulders, which is 16 by 4. Most of it's grey concrete, because it's going to be covered up by the head, doesn't really matter. But on the left side, the 4 by 4 squares, the left and right side, shall I say, that's going to be what's going to be visible. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That is the body with the black jeans and the Maverick hoodie. Now what you could do, potentially, if you wanted to be repping the Maverick merch, you could build your own skin head, and then you'd be kind of like dressed up like Logan Paul. However, if you do want to be Logan Paul, or you do want a statue of Logan Paul, should I say, let's continue to build the head. So the basic blocks you're going to need for this step is, if I can manage my inventory correctly, you're going to need white clay, a light grey clay, white wool or quartz, either one works. In fact, let me grab quartz and I'll show you like what it looks differently. Green clay, lime clay, birch planks, and oak planks and smooth sandstone. You'll also need the dark oak slabs for the eyebrows, but we'll get to that in a second. So what we're essentially going to do is start with the front side, come to the top left corner at the front here. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block right here, which should be the blue wool, we're going to place a white clay and bring it 2 forwards. What we're then going to do is go to the right side. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block we're going to place a white clay, bring it 2 forwards, and if you've done it correctly, there should be a 6 block gap in between. You're going to go ahead and join them together, and that's now an 8 by 2 area, as you can see right here, an 8 by 2 overhang on the front side. What we're then going to do is come around to the side and expand backwards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and same on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, linked together in the middle, and that will give you again another 8 by 2 overhang, this time on the rear side, but most importantly this will give you an 8 by 8 square. This is the template for the head. This is what we're going to build everything from. So we've got the front side, left side, right side, and rear side. We're going to focus on the front side, aka the side with the Maverick logo. So we got the first layer here. What we're going to do is come to the 4th and 5th block in the middle, and we're going to replace them with light grey clay. So this is essentially his mouth. You can leave this out if you want. I just thought I'd add it because otherwise he doesn't have a mouth. The second layer from left to right is going to be 8 white clay, so nice and simple. Then, for the third layer, we're starting to get into the eye region. So from here, we're going to place 1 white clay. Now this is where you can either use quartz or white wool. I'm personally going to use quartz on reflection. We then use 1 green clay, 2 white clay, 1 green clay, 1 quartz, and 1 white clay. The next layer of the eyes, which is the 4th layer of the head, is going to be 1 white clay, 1 quartz, 1 lime, 2 white clay, 1 lime, 1 quartz, and 1 white clay. On top of this, we're going to do a layer of solid 8 white clay. Now, this is where it's a bit debatable. I've chosen to make his eyes green because personally, from all the reference images I've looked at, his eyes have been green all the bios I've looked at has stated his eyes as green. However, some of his pictures do make his eyes look blue, others make them look a darker kind of colour like brown. So if you feel that you want to change it, feel free to just change them. The way you can do that is just get a darker tone and a lighter tone, put the darker one on the bottom, lighter on the top. So for example, if you wanted to make his eyes, say, I don't know, grey, you could put grey concrete on the lower half and grey wall on the upper half, and it would give you this two-tone effect like so. Very, very nice, very, very simple, and just makes it look a lot more interesting. Now in regards to his eyebrows, we're going to need some dark oak wood slabs. This is technically a 3D effect. Above the eyes, so on this white clay here, on the lower half we're going to place 2 above each eye, and it looks something like this. It just looks a bit slicker than using solid blocks behind. So again, a little tip, but just works really, really nicely. So that is the first 5 layers of the face complete. For the 6th layer, what we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves our smooth sandstone. We're going to start by placing 1 smooth sandstone, 6 white clay, and 1 smooth sandstone. So that is the 6th layer complete. For the 7th layer, we're going to place 1 birch plank, 2 smooth sandstone, 2 birch planks, 2 smooth sandstone, and 1 birch plank. And for the 8th and final layer, we're going to place 2 birch planks, 1 smooth sandstone, and 4, I can't count, no it is 5, I can count, I'm doubting myself, 5 birch planks, and that is your 8x8 square, aka the front side of the face. However, it doesn't look too good right now because his hair is really generic and really flat, so what we're going to do is go ahead and add a fringe in the form of a 3D effect, and hopefully it will make the hair kind of come to life a bit. So, what we're going to do is come to the left side, and we're going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to here. And in front of this smooth sandstone, we're going to place a birch plank. Again, this is 3D, so we're placing it on top of, not into, not replacing, on top of. From here, we're then going to place, to the right of it, I'll switch these around just so it's easier. So from the right, we're going to place 1 smooth sandstone, 1 birch plank, 1 smooth sandstone, 1 birch plank. What we're then going to do is go back to the birch plank, come to the side to the smooth sandstone, go up 1, and from here, on the next layer, we're going to place 1 birch plank, 1 smooth sandstone, 3 birch planks. The next layer, which is the final layer, we're going to come back to this one just here. On top of the smooth sandstone, we're going to place a birch plank. To the right of this, we place 1 more, 2 smooth sandstone, and 1 birch plank. And that is the little fringe at the front. Again, just a little addition, just make it look a bit more interesting. And again, if you want to pause, feel free to do so. Now I appreciate Logan's hair is really curly. Hopefully you also appreciate that Minecraft, you can't really do that because the blocks are too bulky, so that's why it's going to be relatively flat, but I've tried to add a bit more shape to it again with the fringe. So if you feel you can do better, feel free to give it a try, and if you succeed with that, definitely tweet me a picture at GummyBearGames. It's really awesome to see how you guys adapt the designs to make them more interesting and more accurate. So with that said, now what we're going to do is start working on the side of the head, in particular the left side. So we come around to the left side right here, and what we're going to start off by doing is punching out from the bottom left 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 blocks of white clay. And what we're going to do is replace them from left to right with 1 birch plank, 1 smooth sandstone and 3 birch planks. Now from here, what we're going to do is work from left to right, layer by layer. So the second layer is going to be 3 birch planks, 2 oak planks, and 2 white clay. The next layer, which is the third layer, is going to be 1 smooth sandstone, 2 oak planks, 2 birch planks, 1 oak plank, and 1 white clay. Now you may be asking why there's oak planks and why there is smooth sandstone randomly mixed in. I was looking at pictures, and again, there's some ones where he's like completely blonde, other ones where he has darker tones in the lower part of his hair. So the oak planks is going to be the darker tones. I've kind of implemented them kind of weakly, but if you want to add it in a bit more extreme, feel free to just replace all the smooth sandstone with oak planks. The next layer, which is the fourth layer, is going to be 1 smooth sandstone, 3 birch planks, 1 oak plank, 1 birch plank, and 1 oak plank, and again that is the fourth layer. The fifth layer is going to be 1 birch plank, 1 oak plank, 1 birch plank, 1 smooth sandstone, 1 oak plank, 1 birch, 1 smooth sandstone. The next layer, which is the sixth layer, is going to be 3 birch, 1 smooth sandstone, 3 birch, and again that links up to the smooth sandstone right there. The seventh layer is going to be 1 smooth sandstone, 1 birch, 2 smooth sandstone, 1 birch, 2 smooth sandstone, and then the 8th and final layer is going to be 1 smooth sandstone, 1 birch, 2 smooth sandstone, 2 birch, 1 smooth sandstone, and it ends up coming out looking something like this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a little 3D effect, again, just to be a bit more detail. So in this time we're going to need blue concrete and blue wool, and this is going to be part of the hoodie that's going to be wrapped around his neck. So what we're going to start by doing is coming to the bottom left corner, and from here as a 3D effect again we're going to place 2 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, and again this will overlap the shoulder kind of. The next layer we're going to place is 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, and it's as simple as that. So it's a 2x2 square with 3 blocks coming out the bottom corner like so. And from the side angle, looks something like this. That is the left side of the head complete. Now what we're going to do is go around to the right side and mimic this the exact same, copy it over, and then we'll move on to the other sides. So, coming around to the right side, again what we're going to do is start off by punching out the 5 blocks on the bottom right corner, and from left to right replacing with 3 birch planks, 1 smooth sandstone, 1 birch plank. The second layer is going to be 2 white clay, 2 oak planks, 3 birch planks. The third layer is going to be 1 white clay, 1 oak plank, 2 birch plank, 2 oak, 1 smooth sandstone. The fourth layer is going to be 1 oak, 1 birch, 1 oak, 3 birch, 1 smooth sandstone. The fifth layer is going to be 1 smooth sandstone, 1 birch, 1 oak, 1 smooth sandstone, 1 birch, 1 oak, 1 birch. The sixth layer is going to be 3 birch, 1 smooth sandstone, 3 birch. The seventh layer, second to last layer, is going to be 2 smooth sandstone, 1 birch, 2 smooth sandstone, 1 birch, 1 smooth sandstone. And then the eighth and final layer is going to be 1 smooth sandstone, 2 birch, 2 smooth sandstone, birch, and 1 smooth sandstone. And again, that is the 8x8 square complete. Just like the other side, what we're going to go ahead and do is add the 3D effect. So we come to the bottom right corner, we're going to place 2 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, 1 blue concrete, 1 blue wool, and on top of that we place 1 concrete and 1 blue wool. And again, it looks like this. So if you want to pause, feel free to do so. Moving right along, keeping a nice steady pace, what we're going to do is again punch out all this, and what we're going to do is just simply replace it with birch planks. Pretty sure I've done that in the first place, would have been a bit easier, my bad. And you'll have something that looks like this, almost like a U shape. What we're then going to do is on the first layer we're going to punch out the second, fourth and seventh block and replace all with smooth sandstone. On top of this, going from left to right, again we're only placing 6 blocks per layer because left and right side already got a block, which means 2 already down, 6 to go. So the second layer we're going to do 2 smooth sandstone, 2 birch planks, 2 smooth sandstone. The third layer is going to be 1 birch, 1 oak, 1 birch, 2 oak, 1 birch. That's the third layer. The fourth layer is going to be 2 birch, 1 oak, 3 birch, and that is the fourth layer. The fifth layer is going to be 2 birch, 1 smooth sandstone, 1 birch, 1 oak, 1 birch. The sixth layer is going to be 2 smooth sandstone, 1 birch, 1 smooth sandstone, 1 birch, 1 smooth sandstone. Seventh layer, second to last layer, is going to be 1 smooth sandstone, 2 birch, 2 smooth sandstone, 1 birch, and then the final layer, the eighth layer, is going to be 2 birch, 3 smooth sandstone, and 1 block of birch. And that is the rear side, again an 8x8 square. Now, just like the sides, what we're going to do is now build a blue concrete / wall around it. So we're going to start off on the bottom left corner, in front of this birch plank here, we're going to place 1 blue concrete, 1 wall, 1 concrete, 2 wall, concrete, wall, concrete. So that is the first layer. On top of this, we're going to place 1 wall, 1 concrete, 1 wall, concrete, wall, 2 concrete, and a wall. And that is now an 8x2 area. And what we're going to do, just to cap it off underneath, is in front of this kind of grey concrete here, we're going to place 2 blue concrete, 1 wall, 3 concrete, 2 wall. And in front of it, we're going to place 1 blue wall, 2 concrete, wall, concrete, wall, and 2 concrete. And that is an 8x2 area. Kind of caps it off, covers up the bottom or the top layer, should I say, of the body, but it's fine, just makes it look a bit nicer from behind. So again, just a little view, just in case you want to pause. That is the underneath part, and then we have the rear part. So that leaves us with the final side, which is the top of the head, as you can see right here. So we're going to do that again, layer by layer. So starting off at the back left corner, we're going to start off with a smooth sandstone. So we've got the first layer already, which is 1 smooth sandstone, 1 birch, 3 smooth sandstone, 2 birch, 1 smooth sandstone. I'm not going to talk about the blocks that are already here, I'm just going to start off layer by layer, left to right, so working our way from the back forwards. So the second layer is going to be 1 smooth sandstone, 1 birch, 2 sandstone, 1 birch, and 1 sandstone. If I can place the blocks, that would be great. The third layer is going to be 1 sandstone, 2 birch, 1 sandstone, 2 birch. So that is the third layer. The fourth layer is going to be 2 birch, 1 sandstone, 1 birch, 2 sandstone. And again, that's the halfway point of the fourth layer. The fifth layer is going to be 2 smooth sandstone, 4 birch. The second to last layer, I guess, the ones we got to do, is going to be 1 birch, 2 smooth sandstone, 2 birch, and 1 smooth sandstone, and that is the sixth layer. The seventh layer is going to be 1 smooth sandstone, 2 birch, 2 smooth sandstone, 1 birch, and then the final layer, which is already done, is 2 birch, 1 smooth sandstone, and 5 blocks of birch, and it ends up looking something like this. And once you've done that, that is the statue complete. You have your very own Logan Paul in his Maverick hoodie in your Minecraft world. With that said, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. Again, appreciate a rating down below, whether that's a like or a dislike. Again, what I will say is, if you're not a fan of Logan Paul, not sure why you watched the video, but of course stick around for more content in the near future. If you are a Logang member, then definitely, again, leave a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, let me know who you want to see in the near future, whether that's a vlogger or another YouTuber of some kind. Let me know and I'll try and get it done. With that said, I have got a bunch of other statues like Rice Gum and Jake Paul coming in the very near future, so stay tuned for that. And again, really do appreciate the support, and yeah, apologies for not uploading for a month. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, until next time, thank you very much for watching. My name has been Gummy, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true.